Hi, and welcome to Let's Talk Motivation. I'm your host, Serena Miranda, and today our guest is Jeanette Lira. Is it Lira or Lyra?
Lira.
Okay. LPCS. Tell
What is
me
it?
what, yes, I've seen LPC before. I mean, I want you to tell us everything about you, but what is an LPCS?
Yeah, so it's a licensed professional counselor and supervisor. So I'm able to train incoming counselors so that they can receive their hours to practice in private practice. Yeah,
Well, that makes a lot of sense. The S is very important then.
it is. That's why I have to have the S everywhere.
Exactly. Well, Jeanette, welcome to the show. I'm so thankful that you're here with us today. And tell us your personal story. Like, what is Jeanette Lira LPC-S doing, and what is going on with your business?
Yeah, so that is a long story, but we'll keep it short.
Okay.
So I used to be a school counselor, and before that, in another lifetime, I was a nail technician. But I got my, and I was a teacher too. Oh my gosh, I've had many careers. But I got my licensed professional counselor license when I was a school counselor. And one day I just said, okay, that's enough. I'm not helping people the way that I can help people, and I want to do more. So I quit my job with Northside ISD, and I was there for like 8 years maybe, and just took out all of my teacher retirement. I think it was like $30,000, and I got a nice little office space in Helotes and put all the money in there, built 3 offices because, I don't know, something just told me you need more than one. And I was like, okay, so I did it. And we've been in practice for, going on 7 years.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
So I own Auravia Holistic Therapy, and we see anywhere from 4 years old usually to adults, families, couples, young adults who are trying to figure out their life, like midlife time or transitions. A lot of college students coming in after graduation, a lot of high school kids coming in after graduation. Who am I? What am I? What am I supposed to do? And we work with them to try to help them through their mental health journey.
That is awesome. So what does Auravia mean?
Auravia is a word that I had to make up and create, and I trademarked it. So at one time we were Positive Soul Holistic Therapy, but somebody had the words Positive Soul trademarked in California, and she was a marriage and family therapist. And so I had to cease and desist and create a name. So Auravia is created through 2 Latin words, aura and via, and together it's Auravia, and it is light the path.
Wonderful. I love that. That is, and that what's even better is that it's yours. You created it, and it's like your baby, right?
It is, literally. I spent many hours trying to figure out what words I'm going to use.
Yeah, no, that's wonderful. And I think it just makes it more unique and special. I do want to go back because I worked for Northside also. I was a teacher.
Thank you.
And so we've had to have had some type of circle. Yeah. And then I worked for Region 20 for a while.
Oh, yes, I got my certification through Region 20 through their program.
Yeah, it's a great organization. And I worked in Title III because I was a bilingual teacher, and that was a lot of fun. Not really, because you're just reading title all day long and then trying to figure out how to make it into sessions and training for the teachers in all the regions. So it was fun though.
Yeah, no, it's crazy how many people are leaving the district to start their own passion projects. And it's amazing.
Yeah. And I actually, my husband is a real estate broker, and he said, okay, Serena, we're getting really busy. I need you to either come work with me and help me build this business, or I'm going to have to hire someone. I was like, no, I'm going to go help you.
Yeah.
I was like, no, you don't have to ask me twice. So that was like in 2017. I went ahead and and put in my 2 weeks and came to work for our family business, and it's thrived. It's done really well. And then back in 2023, I turned 50, and I think those ages are a time of reflection. And my youngest was already graduating high school, and I said, okay, I'm not helping you do anything anymore. I'm only going to do my thing. And he was like, all right, whatever. How can I support you? Because I was like, I'm firing myself. Find yourself another assistant. And he did. We found him actually a virtual assistant that took over all my job, all my things. And it was really nice. It was great.
You're like, I'm done.
Yeah, I was like, I want to build my own thing. So now I built my insurance agency, and I'm doing the podcast, and I'm get to meet amazing women like yourself that are building new businesses or thriving in a business already. And it's been a lot of fun. So
good. Yeah, no, I love it too. So much fun.
Yeah. So let me, I read a little bit of your website, and I was kind of getting a feel of what you do. And I did see something about you've blended clinical methods with intuitive tools.
So,
correct?
Yeah. So we have, it's kind of like two businesses blended together. So I have Auravia Holistic Therapy, which is the first business, and we are all mental health. We focus on the person, their entirety, their environment, their family, where they're at. And we don't focus on so much of a diagnosis, but more of the person themselves. And then just this past year, we started Auravia Wellness. And so the wellness component came in because so many of our clients needed blood work. They need to see a physician. It's so hard to get in. And a lot of times anxiety or depression can be stemmed by lack of vitamin D, a thyroid issue, medical things that just need to be tweaked a little bit. And so I have my sister who's a nurse practitioner, and we have a friend, Dr. Garza, and she is our physician. And we came together to form Auravia Wellness for our community. And they do a holistic healing model. So yes, there is regular Western medicine, but there's meditation. We do weight loss, hormones, all kinds of things, and even treatment of sickness.
I may have a whole bunch of clients that I can send your way.
Bring them on.
Especially after 50, everyone's like, are you in menopause? Are you in menopause? Everyone's talking about menopause. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yes. I had no idea that we start perimenopause like at 35.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been going to a doctor since about my mid 30s, and I think she just retired, and I was taking progesterone, and it has been helped me so much, and to the point where I don't even know, but this is the messed up part. We don't even know if we're in premenopause. Nobody tells you. It's different for everybody. I still have my cycle, but everyone's like, what do you mean you're not in menopause? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, what do I do? How do you know? I just got that Anna's yam. Do you know that Anna's wild yam?
Yes.
I use that. I don't get hot flashes. My sister says she gets them all the time, but I'm 51.
I'm like, you're not there yet.
I don't think I'm there yet. I think it's a mental thing. I'm not there yet. So I've decided I'm not there. So my body's like, okay.
Yeah. And I mean, it's a lot of just paying attention to your body, like sleeplessness, body aches and pains, hair loss, acne, extra facial hair, all of these things are symptoms of being in perimenopause and menopause. It's just when we know that, we can go get treated sooner, and then we don't have to experience the hot flashes and the chaos of being in menopause.
That's a whole nother podcast that we need to have together. Okay. Absolutely. And I already have I know 4 girlfriends that would love to be and just do a Q&A with you.
Absolutely.
We definitely need to talk about that. Before we dive back in, let me share something that's been helping so many of my listeners lately. If you're a small business owner, you've probably worn every hat possible. Manager, marketer, HR person, and maybe your own legal advisor. I'm Serena Miranda, and I help entrepreneurs like you protect what you've built. Whether it's a commercial auto, general liability, or access to a trusted law firm, I've got you covered. Let's make sure your business is protected so you can focus on growing it. Visit networthlife.com or message me on any social media at serenamiranda.networth. So yes. What many therapists that I met, my aunt was a therapist as well.
Oh, wow.
And they go through burnout. And she ended up she worked in a very niche specific therapy where she worked with children that had been abused and having to go and talk to be a witness. And that really was taxing on her soul and on herself. And I've spoken with a lot of different therapists, and they have that same issue where there's burnout. How do you make sure that you stay motivated and stay energized in such a deeply emotional field?
Yes, burnout is huge in many healthcare careers, period. But in mental health, we sit in front of a client for an hour, and I see 8 typically back to back on a day, not a daily basis anymore, but I see them on 2 days in a row, 8 back to back. And so you're absorbing everything. And a lot of times we don't know how to release what we are absorbing. And then it starts to take a toll on our mental health and on our body, on our sleep and our eating patterns. And one thing that I really preach to kind of prevent burnout is having people, having community, putting yourself first. And that's something that a lot of therapists and women, period, do not do. We do not put ourselves first.
Exactly. Oh no, that was a huge eye-opener to me when I turned 50. Was I got into this space around women that actually had those conversations. They were like, what are you doing for your self-care? And I come from a family that culturally my abuelita didn't do it. She put herself last. My mother put herself last. And then I did it for my kids. Yeah. And then something just happened at 50 where I thought, this is not okay. I want to live to be 101 like my grandmother was, right? My grandmother just passed away in 2023. But I think now we have to put ourselves first. Yeah. It's almost like that oxygen mask in the plane, right? First it goes on you, and then it goes on the person next to you if they need help.
It's really hard too, because you mentioned cultural perspective. It's in a Hispanic family, the woman does. You just do. You do for everyone. Yeah. You come last, you eat last, you clean, you do all these things last, and everybody else is above you. And so more to that is rewriting that belief within ourselves. And I think that's the hardest part of it all. Telling yourself that it's okay. It's okay for me to go out of town without my 6-year-old that's in the other room. It's okay for me to go out and have a glass of wine with my friends. Because if we don't put ourselves first, then we end up on the bottom of the pile of everybody's stuff. And that's where burnout comes in.
Yeah, I mean, it did take a toll on me physically and mentally, to the point where I was like, oh my gosh. But when I turned 50, because that was just a pivotal point for me in my whole life, everyone was so welcoming to the change. Like, I don't know what I was thinking, that they wouldn't say, yeah, mom, go hang out with your friends, or go do what you want to do. And my husband too, he was like, okay, they're just waiting. We're the leaders, I think, of families. So I just think of it that way. So the guidance, they just go based off us. So I'd be like, now I tell my kids, do not text me, do not call me. I'm going to be on a podcast. So I'm blocked out for an hour, 2 hours. And they're like, okay. I'm like, life will go on if mom's not available.
That's very different from me. So I'm 41 and I have a little one. He's 6. So I had him later in life. And now I can travel. And that's what I kind of do for my living almost. Experience is life. If there's no experience, there's no life. And so I go, and I actually walked the Camino in Spain last year. And then this next year, I'm going to walk the coastal route in Portugal
Was it a solo trip? Are you doing solo trips or with friends?
I went first with a group of counselors, and then next time I'm going to do it in next May. I was going to go by myself, but when I started telling people I was going, I had so many other close friends of mine who had significant losses in their life, and they're like, I need something. And I was like, well, come with me. And so, yeah.
That is well, that kind of leads into my next question.
Mm-hmm.
So you speak about nervous system regulation.
Mm.
I think I saw that on your website. Yeah. What daily practices do you personally do to use to stay grounded and motivated in your business and life?
So this is one that was a struggle to create. And I think it's a struggle for everyone, because I think our automatic is, oh my gosh, and we stop breathing and we panic. And when we panic and stop breathing, it just all tumbles down or gets stuck in that spiral, that loop, that thought that I'm not good enough, I'm never going to get it right. And what I have learned to do is, again, like rewriting that story within myself and telling myself, your peace has to be your number one priority. When my peace is my priority, I strive to find that balance, that peace. And that is hard to find in itself also, because you have to be able to define what that means for yourself. For me, peace is my heart's calm, my brain is calm, I'm not hyperventilating, I'm not going at 1,000 miles per hour. I can literally sit and not worry. That for me is my peace. And so once we discover that peace, then trying to figure out, okay, well, does this allow me to feel that or does it not? And if it doesn't, it's removing it or putting it for somebody else to do, leveraging the work, right? Like for me, I don't like to wash dishes at all. They cause me stress. And so I put it on the other list because I have like to-dos, my desires, and then I have the stuff that I don't want to do. And so I take the stuff I do not want to do and I leverage it. And I have an amazing mentor, Lauren Lahav, and she has taught us to leverage, not delegate, leverage. We leverage things and we give it to people who do it better, who enjoy doing it. And that person for my dishes is my mother. She's out there.
Nice.
She loves to take care. She loves to cook. She loves to clean. That's her love language. That's what she does. Mm-hmm. And so she knows what to do with it. I don't even have to delegate it. She's my mom. She's just going to do it.
Yep. And we must be sisters from another mister, because I do not like doing dishes either. And I remember my mom will talk about this. She says that when I was young, I would be like, my back hurts, my feet hurt. And she'd be like, what's wrong? And be like, because I had to wash the dishes. Oh, and she'd be like, I need to sit down. I can't do this standing up. It just hurts. And she would be like, what is wrong with my daughter? And she's like 10 and she's carpal tunneled. She's like, she can't do anything. So I would literally pull up a chair and wash dishes. I was little, so I'd be like sitting down and even cleaning, to the point where my mom cried one time because I told her, it's just not in me. It's not anything I like to do. I do not like to clean. No. And my dad and my mom were there. My mom's crying. She's like, what's wrong with her? And coming from a Latin, Latina, she's like, cleaning is like, it's in your blood. It's in the roots of Mexico, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. And she was like, something's wrong with my daughter. And my dad was like, Magdalena, she just doesn't like to clean. It's okay, but you still got to do it. You got to do your chores, Serena. My dad was from West Texas, but I would be like, I don't want to. Yes. But now I leverage my income and I have someone that comes and helps me clean my house.
Because there's somebody else out there that wants to do it, that wants to earn to do it, that likes to do it, that we can contribute to and leverage it.
Yeah. And now to wash the dishes, I have to have these on and I have to be watching Netflix. So, and everyone knows I have my phone right there by the sink and I'm like, leave me alone. I will wash the dishes, but I will be in the zone.
Oh man. No, I still don't wash them. They pile. They pile. They don't bother. Out of sight, mind.
Yeah. I just like to rinse and put and then my youngest, who's funny, he's like, Mom, is someone going to, I'm like, you're there, start washing. Mm-hmm. I'm like, we all used them. I don't have to be the only designated dishwasher in the family.
Yeah, no, I've already started with my 6-year-old. He brings the trash can in. He can't take it out yet because it's a little heavy, but he'll clean. He's just got a rabbit from his birthday, a cute little rabbit from his godmother. And he cleaned it today without even being told because we have to clean it every day. And so he's getting the hang of it. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. But I really like the word leverage. Yes. Leverage and instead of delegate. I'm going to use that.
Yes, because at one time I thought it was all about giving it to other people, right? Just delegating it. And the one piece that didn't flow for me when I did that was that I thought they just knew what to do. Mm-hmm. Like I thought they just knew, but they didn't. They can't read my mind. So I had to explain it. And then it's hard for me to explain it all the time and in full detail. So leveraging it, they already know what to do. That's what they do.
Yeah. So let's move on to business and leadership.
Yeah.
So you're not just a therapist, you're a business owner. Mm-hmm. What challenges did you face when you first launched your practice? And then you went from 1 to 3. And how did you overcome those challenges?
That's a great question. So what happened was I just kind of out of the blue decided I'm going to do this. So I knew nothing about starting a business. And to this day, 8 years in, I'm still learning. But I Googled how to start a business and I kind of let, I guess, the higher power, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, guide me. And I've kind of just been following the path, kind of like Auravia, like we help you walk down your path. But it's really been just trial and error. Like I said, okay, I'm going to start here. Great. We filled up the rooms. The counselors were there and then they got full. So I was like, okay, well, we need more space. We have more people and people keep calling. So we'll get another place and then we'll fill that up and then we'll get another place and then we'll fill that up. And so it was just trial and error. I mean, I messed up a lot. I think I mess up every day, even to this moment. But another thing that I learned is that we need to ask questions and we can't do it alone. So I have a huge team of support, not only within the business itself, but on the outside. So not only like my family, but I have a group of women with NABO. I have another group of women with my mentor. They're my TLC sisters. I love them, but we got to ask questions. And when we fail, we can't be afraid to tell everyone we failed and then ask, how do I fix it so I can move forward and not fall again?
Yeah, that is so true. And that's in this journey with relaunching our insurance agency or me, surrounding myself with women that help me stay accountable and get through those steps. So is super important. And I also am a member of NABO and then also Babes Support Babes. And that's here locally in San Antonio. And it's just super important to have that support staff or that support system for your business.
Because business is hard. To be an entrepreneur, not everyone can do it. Like it's stressful. Sometimes you're like, I don't know how I'm going to pay payroll. Where is it coming from? the trees. Yeah, you're out there going, are there any dollars falling off this tree? Do I need to get a second job?
I totally understand. I have a coach. I also started working with a coach, mentor, right? And she's really good though, because I'm the personality that I could network all day long. If there's a networking event, I'm there. If it's happy hour, hello. If it's lunch, 3 hours. So I always tell her, I want to do this. I want to do that. And she always says, okay, Serena, but does it make you money?
Yeah.
What's the revenue? And I'm like, oh Lord, don't ask me that. I'm trying to do fun stuff.
Yeah. And you know what? We can do fun stuff and do the events, but we got to ask ourselves, like, how much time, right? And is this person going to be somebody that's going to help me grow? And can I help them grow? Exactly.
Yeah. No, that is so true. But it does help me stay focused because like I do my podcast and this right now, it's It's not monetized yet.
No, but
it will be. It will be. So I literally have to map it out on my calendar, because if I don't, it's more fun than insurance. I don't know how that happened, but it is. Insurance isn't that fun sometimes.
It's fun to talk to people and like get to know them. It's just
exactly
it's fun.
But it is, it does help me meet people and does draw in business. So it eventually will be a monetizing business. But right now, my insurance is the bread and butter. So that has to take up more time, unfortunately. Well,
a little bit, right?
Right. Luckily, I like money. So otherwise, I'd be worried. So another question is, what advice, since you're a supervisor, right? So you're working with people that eventually most likely want to be in as a business owner like yourself. So what advice do you have for other mental health professionals who want to start their own practice and build this type of business that is impacting their community?
Yes. So this is something that I work with every day, actually. So what I always say is that it's not as easy as it looks. Because what is on the outside, you see, oh my gosh, she has these practices and they're multiple, and she must be making money because she's traveling Spain, Fiji, Italy, all these places, right? And I mean, it can be lucrative if you set it up right. It's just you have to hire the right people to set it up right. You have to get the advice of the CFO. You have to get the advice of the CPA. You've got to hire people and invest in it so that it can be profitable. And at the beginning, I didn't know that. And so I failed multiple times, but it takes work. Like, you have to go make connections. You have to meet the doctors. You have to go shake hands. You have to do the events so people know that your business is there. And then on top of that, you have to professionally brand it if you want people to keep coming and see you as a reputable business. Because otherwise, I mean, who's the doctor going to refer to on a regular basis?
Exactly.
Yeah, so it takes a lot, and I think I make it look very easy, but it's not as easy as it looks.
And most businesses, when you get to that level where, a lot of people don't see all the things you went through, right? All the steps that it takes. That's why it's so important to work with people and have a mentor and have someone that can guide you through it, because in any business, there is definitely highs and lows.
Oh gosh, yes.
In every industry, I think.
All the time. And sometimes you'll run into things that you never thought you'd have to run into. And it can be hard. Like, there's been tears, there's been stress, sleepless nights, all the things. Yeah. But I think we have a world right now that we think we can always just do it by ourselves, or, I'll figure it out. And I just want everyone to know is you don't have to figure it out, because somebody's already figured it out, and all you got to do is ask.
Yeah, that's for sure. And that's what I've learned. I've always worked in businesses where my husband's been the primary builder of it, and I'm just the operations or the assistant. I'm assisting him, and which was great because I've got to see him work. He's a true entrepreneur, and I finally shut him down. I said, look, we're not creating any more businesses after you turn 50. Now it's my turn, but I do it. Now I had to really learn how to be the operator, right? And the builder and create the systems, because before he did all that. And now I have to do that. So it is a different mindset, and it's a different experience that it was being someone's, right-hand person. Instead, now I am the main person. And now he's the one that's like, how can I help you? And I'm like, okay, I need you to create me this, because he's really good with the numbers. And
yeah, y'all have a good team for sure.
Yeah, we try for sure. And it's just busy. It's hard to be a business owner. It's not for the weak-minded or the weak-hearted. That's for sure.
And if you are a business owner, or you're thinking of going into being a business owner, make sure you get a therapist. I had mine on speed dial through the first few years, because I was also pregnant during my first year of entrepreneurship. And so you know what it's like to have pregnancy brain. Like, we're crazy.
Yeah, I don't think I did anything. My kids are 19, 20, and 21. But I would literally was pregnant for 3 years in a row. And I don't remember much of anything because your brain is just in survival mode, helping them survive, and then yourself surviving especially when they're little. So.
Yes, I didn't know this, but it takes us about 2 to 3 years to actually recover from childbirth.
Oh my gosh. No wonder I was in a blur for the first 6 years of life.
Yes, it's literally survival mode. Your body is completely destroyed almost, like hormone wise, all these things. And so you're healing from the inside out, and it takes about 3 years.
Yeah, I had 3 C-sections, and after the third one, my doctor was like, "Okay, Serena, we have to have a conversation because you can't have. It's not recommended you have that many C-sections." So I was like, "Okay, I'm done." And plus, 2008 crash happened, and we were in the mortgage business. So my husband was like, "No more kids. We can't afford them. We can't afford them." But it was my 2 oldest are 11 months apart.
Oh, wow.
And then the third one is 18 months from the middle one. So literally it was 1, 2, it was like 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I mean, when I got to puberty, I was like, if I find one more child in this house that's going through puberty, I think I'm going to run away. I was like, I cannot handle another puberty person in this house.
But honestly, I mean, our brains are not thinking properly. And so that's why so many women have them back to back, because you have the baby fever because your body's already in baby mode. So they want to, you just produce another one.
Yeah, they were all surprises. They were.
Yeah, and it's not even like consciously that you're doing it sometimes, but it just happens that way.
I remember being at the DMV, and I had on in one of those little kangaroo patches thingies. And then I had a double stroller, and this man did a little double take, and he goes, "Did you plan all that?" I was like, "Really? No, I didn't." Okay.
Oh my gosh. Some people do. That's okay.
That's true. I was like, "Well, I didn't." I was like, after the third one, I said, I planned that to shut it down. But after that, I mean, they're the funnest kids, though. I am like, I feel truly blessed. All 3 of my kids were amazing children, and they're amazing little, I call them mini adults because they're not quite there yet. Yep. And, they're still, I tell them that frontal lobe is not 100%.
21 to 25. It takes a minute.
And my daughter's so funny. She goes, "Mom, I always hear about the guy's frontal lobe. When is mine going to get?" I was like, "Yours should already be complete, Sophia. You're going to be 21. I was like...
Yeah, that's the funny thing is, I talk about this all the time. It's when they hit frontal lobe maturity that we get them coming into the office by themselves like, "I need help." But
frontal lobe maturity.
Yes, it's around 21 to 26. Like, that's when we get so many people coming in, because that's when the frontal lobe's developed, and they're like, hold on. What I used to know doesn't work anymore, and now I need help.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna send her to you and be like, "Okay, you're gonna be 21. Time to go see Jeanette."
Rewrite all the things so she can be perfect.
Yeah, they are so good. I'm just so excited to see where they go from here. Right? It's fun. The journey's fun, from little to middle of the road to high school to navigating life as mini adults, and then it's fun. It's been a fun ride.
Oh, I know it's been fun with my little 6-year-old. He's funny.
Yeah, 6 is a great age. When I was a teacher, I loved teaching first, second, and third was like maybe, but first and second were so fun. And that is when they're the cutest and they're the most inquisitive, and they believe you more. They're not really like skeptics yet. Yes. So, okay, let's go into what everyone is talking about right now. It like dominates the news and just everywhere. How is your AI implementation in your business?
I love AI. ChatGPT is my best friend. I talk to her on a regular basis. She's got a nice little female voice, very calm and reflective, gives me advice.
Nice. She's
I use
mini counselor.
Yeah, no, I use it for everything. I have my personal brand because I like to inspire people, of course. And so through my personal brand, I do a lot of videos and scripting, and I'm writing a book right now. So ChatGPT is very useful on like making sure things are flowing correctly, spell checking, asking questions. I love it. I don't know how I did life without my little brand.
I even love the deep dive. Like I'll be like, I need you to deep dive this topic. Like, what are we looking at? Like, how can I, tap into that thought process or that industry? And oh my gosh, it's amazing.
I love it. This helps organize my own thoughts. I love it.
My husband makes fun of me because I'm always like, and he's like, there she goes, whispering into that guy's ear. Because I call mine Winston, and he's got an English accent. I don't know where that came from, but I'll be like, Winston. And Ron's like, really, Serena? If I didn't know who Winston was, I'd be worried.
Yeah. No, I talk about it all the time too to my clients, and now my clients are addicted to ChatGPT. Like it's just the greatest tool. And as a therapist, we can even like put our treatment plans in there, and it'll plan it all out for us just with a prognosis and a diagnosis and like presenting problems, and then it's all there.
Yeah, and calendars. I'm like, plan out my social media calendar because I have a virtual assistant, and I'm like, these are the topics, these are the captions. Help me really communicate how I can help a small business owner. And it is so amazing. And then I'll say, if it gives me something that isn't really me, I'm like, okay, Winston, Serena, okay? And it's like Elmo, third person. I go, Serena doesn't talk like that. Serena talks like this. And then he was like, I'm so sorry, Serena.
Yeah, sometimes you have to correct him and be like, no, that is not how Jeanette Lira likes to say things. I need you to fix it.
Exactly. And have you ever tried another one? Like I was trying Grok, which I liked, but it's not fast enough that it's good also. It's like the X version of OpenAI. And one time it gave me something really choppy. And I said, you know what, Grok? I think I like chat better than you. And he's like, oh no, Serena, please don't leave me. And I was like, I don't think you get it. You need to tell your engineers
to do a little tweaking.
I know. He's like, I will make sure that they know.
Yeah.
They're probably like reading going, who is this woman talking to Grok?
I know, right? I mean, I've used, what have I used? The Gemini on Google.
Yep.
That one's pretty good. Yeah.
That one's good. I stick with chat. I like it. It's on my phones. It's on my laptop. I haven't really gone anywhere else. So I'm sticking with that one. What about automation? Are you using any type of automation in your business?
Yes. So I have a virtual assistant also, and they do a lot of my back-end stuff, automation. And so I just got Go High Level.
Oh, and yes, I've used them. Yes.
It's supposed to set up all that automation and the flow. And so that's what I'm working on right now. So I'm excited to see how it ends up.
I've been using ManyChat in my Instagram. So like if someone likes my story, it'll send them a text right away and say, hey, thanks for liking my story. So you have and then they'll be like, do you have any questions about what I was talking about? And some people will say, yeah, I really liked it when you talked about, yes, ManyChat. And it's that was like $40 a month, and you can set up an entire system. It's like lead gen. So then they'll respond, and I'll be like, hey, do you want me to send that free guide? Yes. Okay. Send your email. Okay. Here you go. Boom. They get the guide in the email.
I like that. That's really cool.
ManyChat. It's really cool. I really like it. And then I have my virtual assistant go in and set up the flow, because I put it in the spreadsheet, and then they go in and they fill it in and they do the work for me. So ManyChat has been my favorite when it comes to automation, especially in Facebook and in a lot of my clients are on Facebook or Instagram.
I like that. That's really cool. I wonder if my Go High Level can do that. I'll have to do some research.
It can. I've seen Go High Level goes real deep, and you can even implement, this one lady that I know implements a virtual she called it an ISA, but it's like they call in. So someone calls in, and then the AI answers. Okay. And it sounds like an AI, so you're not. One time she said she had an AI that was so believable that it was kind of creepy. So she was like, I need it to sound like more like a robot because it was too weird. So then they'll be like, hey, we got your message, or thanks for calling. Can you give me your first name and your phone number? And then they'll be like, hi, my name is Jennifer, Miranda, and then be like, okay, how do you spell that? JEN, and you spell it, and they're having these conversations. So now you were getting the details and say, oh, are you calling about XYZ? And it's like, yes, I'm calling about that. Okay, can you text me your email? Boom, boom, boom. Oh. Now I'll send you a Calendly and we can make an appointment with Serena. And that's it.
It's crazy.
Awesome. And Go High Level does that.
Okay, I got to do more research. Right now, I haven't even looked at it.
Yeah, because I have Ring Central. So if someone calls, you can implement your AI to where, they're answering your calls instead of somebody in a different country or yourself. It just helps the flow go a little bit quicker. Would you like to make an appointment? Okay, can I text you the Calendly link? Yes, you pick the time and the date that you would like to meet with Serena. Great. That's it. Yeah, it's really cool.
No, I love automation. It makes life so much easier. So if somebody doesn't have automation, they need to get it.
Yeah, and it makes the customer experience, because that's the reason for automation, right? Is that we want our customers or our potential customers to have a good experience and get the results quickly, because we live in a very fast-paced world, right? Where it's like, I know if I call somebody and they don't answer, I'm like, no, next, who do I need to how do I get this information? Right.
Yeah, because so be seen and heard. And so AI and automation makes it happen.
And then they're quicker to book a call with you or a consultation or an appointment, and just be like, I'm ready. Here it is. I just need the information. Like I had one lady, it's like, just give me an auto quote. We don't need to talk on the phone. Here's my information. She emailed me everything. And, it's all been through email. We have had very little one-on-one, but she thinks she knows me because she sees me on Instagram all the time.
Yeah, that's all I need. Yeah.
Yeah. She's interacting with me on Instagram and on email. She's like, I don't need to talk to you. This is what I need from you.
The face and the personality, and that's all I need to know.
Yep. They're like, okay, I got you. All right. So let's wrap it up with some rapid fire closing inspiration. What's your current go-to affirmation or mantra?
I got this.
Okay. What do you think it is? What is your go-to mantra?
I would say it is
or affirmation.
You can do anything that you can think of and just knock it out.
I like it. Yes.
No, that's true. Doubts sometimes. Just stop thinking about the doubts and just do it, like Nike says.
Just do it. Yes. And I guess don't have paralysis by analysis, right? Sometimes we overthink and plan, and it's like, just take that step. Just go in that direction, right? I like to say forward movement. My abuelita always said, siempre adelante, nunca para atrás. And that's my mantra. I'm like, always moving forward. We don't have time to look back. You can't change it.
Look at what's in front of you and keep on going.
Yep. Okay. What about one book or quote or podcast episode that changed your life?
I would say I have this book right here.
We've read that one. My husband has it. Yes, that is a great
This one is just amazing. There's so much positive in here, so many life lessons. If you go by these 4 agreements, life is so much easier.
Can you read it? Because this podcast is also just audio on Spotify. And what is the title and the author?
Yes, it is The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz.
Nice. The 4 Agreements. Yes.
Yes.
I know, because in the audio, they're going to be like, what was the book? We can't see.
It is The 4 Agreements.
That's right. That's awesome. Okay. And the last one is fill in the blank. Healing is
Is a journey.
Ooh, I like that. You're right.
Yeah, it's
100%.
never ending. Never ending. Once you think you got it all together, life is going to happen. And when life happens, you got to get back on the horse and talk to people, pull out your tools, and keep moving forward.
Yeah, siempre adelante. That's right. Well, thank you so much for being my guest. I am so excited we got to chat and we got to share all this great information. I know my listeners are going to be super excited to learn more about you. Yeah. And I'll make sure that your information is in the description of our podcast. And we look forward to seeing where you go from here.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me. It was great.
Definitely. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.